Hello and welcome back to the Lime Tree Sessions podcast with me, Jack Milcrease,
Scott Charlton,
and today we are joined by Ben Harwood. Okay, Ben, concept is you've got a time machine, where and when are you going?
Dinosaurs.
everyone's going to see the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's going to be a busy day.
Dinosaurs are going to like freak the fuck out when they see all these people.
Maybe that's how they went extinct. They were just panicked and ran away. There's what's it called? There's a game. I've not really played loads of it.
That's tickled you, that, isn't it?
That's fucking great. That.
I was going to clap there, but I've got tea in one hand and a microphone in
Yeah,
another.
don't do that.
How we doing, Ben?
I'm very good, thank you. Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome, mate. We briefly met on Saturday when you came into the shop, which is cool.
Well, I'll tell you about my gigs, I'm sure, at some point. But broke my guitar strap on Thursday, so
Broke your guitar strap?
Well, it was hanging by a thread anyway, just like on the end.
Yeah, and, straight away.
And it ripped just after my gig was done. I was walking off the stage with it, and so that was good.
Oh,
but
did you get top quality service at the shop?
Hell of a guitar strap that I've been sold now from Jack. Hey.
You paid him to say this?
No.
It was what a strap, man.
Yeah. An army strap-ons.
Yeah.
Anyway, what we always talk about at the big. I'm really sorry. It's been 2 weeks. I've been
Amsterdam.
I've been Amsterdam. And I've got no idea what's going on. Anyway, what we talk about at the beginning of the podcast is what we've been up to this week, or what we've been doing these 2 weeks, because it's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Would you like to go first?
Yeah, can you remember where we were last week? Because I forgot to check. We've only had one gig this weekend.
Yeah.
We were in Forest Hall.
Nice.
Before that...
Oh, well, I know in North Shields on the Sunday. I can't remember what we did on this. Oh, Saturday in Leeds.
Leeds.
It was a last-minute gig, wasn't it?
It was. No, that was Sunday.
Was it?
Because the Monday...
Yes,
we
that's
were in
right,
North
aye.
Shields. Yeah.
Oh, then we were Derby on the Saturday.
We were.
That's it, aye.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was right. Derby, Leeds.
It was a busy weekend.
And
I was going to say it. So, it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago.
And you know how we're not very good at remembering what we did just the week gone. So I have to go back 2 weeks. It's quite a while for
I think
it.
you need to stop bringing your calendar. To tell you the
Maybe.
truth.
I mean, it's on my phone, like, I could easily look, but...
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Derby, Leeds, and then on the Monday, North Shields, and then this weekend, just gone, Forest Hall.
Yeah, nice local one.
Oh, hey. Very nice.
Nice, but all good gigs, yes.
Very good. Ben, yourself?
Yeah. So with my band, on Thursday, I had to go to Sunderland.
Poor bugger.
Sorry, I got to go to Sunderland.
Had the pleasure.
So I'm from Ashington, don't get the metro, don't understand that, but I get it from town. So apparently I have to change over at P-Law if you're going, I didn't get that message, so got Chichester.
Shields.
Had to go back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was one stop off the end of the line. So that was good. Anyway, got there eventually. Got there in time for sound check still, which is great. By some miracle. And that was a lovely gig. And then on Saturday, we played the Globe. That was good. The promoter, who I'll not name, but was not there. So we all ended up on the door. But that,
really?
That happens. But that was, again, it was going against her with the whole promoter thing, but it was quite a good gig. So I've been busy, actually, by my standards. It was a good weekend.
Ah, sweet. Very, very good. I've been on holiday, so I'm
Very nice.
I'm quite out of the loop, I would say, as to what I feel like I haven't seen you in years.
It's been a while. 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Missed you, Jack.
Oh, thanks. I didn't pay you to say that, but I appreciate it. I've been in Amsterdam and then Krakow as well. I think the reason it feels like I've been away for a long time is because we went 2 places. And it was class. Krakow was dead cheap and Amsterdam's hilarious. So, I do have a story.
Okay.
If you guys want a story.
Yeah, go for it.
So we're getting we stayed in the same place as we did last year. Little kind of town called Amstelveen, which is about a 20-minute, half an hour tram ride. It's kind of a tram. It's out on the outside, like a metro, but on the outside. Anyway, we'll say that's a tram. So there we are on like one of the last trams back, and it's rammed. It's absolutely rammed. We managed to get a seat, but like it was like people standing up and stuff. Anyway, there was this very young couple sat opposite us, and this bloke was a hero. Like his lass was off her face, like, and I mean like swaying and like just
living life.
She was not good, really in a bad way, and she had this like, and I don't know if this is like a Holland thing or whatever, but like instead of having like a paper bag to be sick in, it was more like a wash bag. If it's hard to describe what it was, but
wash bag,
like a reusable sick bag.
Is that a
That
thing?
shouldn't be a thing. If it is a thing, it shouldn't be a thing.
That's the best way I can describe it.
The thing is, if people in Holland are getting off their faces all the time, maybe
there's a market for it. Yeah. Is it like a gym bag? Sort of.
Yeah, it was kind of like
all the JD's
the drawstring ones.
It
was more like I don't know how you can describe it. It was kind of like a polyester kind of bag, and it was kind of see through.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't canvas. Can you imagine that?
It was see through anyway, but it was it wasn't like anyway. That's kind of beside the point.
Anyway, yeah.
So she was kind of like this and what have you, and he's like holding the bag in front of her mouth. I'm really sorry to everyone who's drinking right now. So he had it like over her mouth, and she was, being sick and stuff. And we're like, we sat in the fucking wrong place here. Like, this is absolutely grim. And then out of nowhere, and I want to point out at this point, I'm really not trying to offend anybody. So I apologize in advance if I say the wrong thing here, but it's not in a bad way.
You seen the worry in mine and Scott's face right now?
It's not. No, just I don't know what the correct terminology would be. So I'm just going to say it as it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So, tram stops, and this person walks on who was a man and is now not.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Now I don't know whether they were like a transvestite or transgender or anything like that, but it looked more like a man in drags, is what I'm trying to say. It didn't look like they were it looked like a man in drag. Anyway, he comes on and they are fucking flouncing around, right? And he sits next to the couple, right? And all of a sudden, from his handbag, he produces a teacup and a bottle of Hendrick's gin, right? Pours in.
Are you sure you weren't on the wacky backy?
No. I was quite sober actually. He poured in his Hendrick's into his little cup of teacup, and like as he sort of is pouring it in, he sort of like is flouncing around, and there's gin everywhere, there's sick everywhere, and he's like talking to them, and this like lad is like not like wanting to pay any attention to him, and it was like we were sat there going like, I don't know what's happening. Am I seeing this? Like, am I dreaming? It was really
It does sound
strange.
like a dream, doesn't it?
It does. Like the reason I'm telling it is because like I couldn't make it up. You know what I
couldn't
mean?
write this.
And then all of a sudden he started to sing, "Love is in the air." Is this lad just being sick? Anyway, so yeah, it was an interesting trip. Is what I'm trying to say.
Sounds it.
And then in Poland we went to Auschwitz, which was like the polar opposite experience.
Wow, way to bring that down.
So, it was very different, but very educational and enjoyable. And I'm not going to take the piss out of that because that's not nice. But I did actually genuinely enjoy the.
I want to go.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of harrowing. You got to be prepared for it. Like, fuck you to all the people getting selfies in front of it. Like, you bunch of wankers. But an educational trip nonetheless for Amsterdam and Krakow. So yes, but I'm glad to be back. It's nice seeing your faces again. It's nice to not be sick on the tram with a...
It's nice to be back with our last ever episode.
Yes. Episode 30.
What a way to end.
When Lime Tree got cancelled.
Yeah, what a way to go out.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that's what we've been up to the past couple of weeks. Okay, it's time for...
What are you listening to?
What are you listening to? Okay, what have we been listening to this week, gents? I think I'm going to go first because I always push it on somebody else.
Okay.
And I always feel bad. So I think I'll go first. Okay, so one of my favourite bands, Brothers Osborne, dropped 3 new songs a couple of Fridays ago.
Okay.
It was, I think, was it? I actually don't know. I don't even know what day it is. Anyway, and I imagine it's going to be a new album. I'm not too sure, but it's 3 brand new songs. I encourage everyone to listen to all 3, but I'll just pick one, because they're all a bit like, the band itself is straight up outlaw country, and this is kind of a bit different. It's kind of got synth in it, which is kind of strange for them.
Oh.
And then the last song on it is a piano ballad, so it's kind of strange.
Oh, nice one.
They're doing a Jack Mill Cruise band and putting a piano ballad in when it's they're a straight up country band. So the song I'll choose is called Nobody's Nobody.
Nobody's Nobody.
And it's a great tune. Would you like to go next?
Yeah, I can. So I'm going to pick Greta Van Fleet's new single, which is off their upcoming album.
Is it Meeting the...
It's Meeting the Master.
That was one of my
Was
options.
that one of your options?
Luckily,
So we got it in anyway.
I
so
wasn't
it's
going
good.
to pick that one.
But for those who don't know Greta Van Fleet, they're like Led Zeppelin Mark II.
I saw them just before the lockdown, and it was it's the closest I'll ever see Led Zeppelin. They were genuinely very, very good.
His voices, considering there's only 3 people playing instruments on stage at any one time. It sounds
Yeah.
But
phenomenal.
even the bass player plays keyboards. It's exactly the same as Zeppelin. Like John Paul Jones played keyboards.
He's a really good keyboard player as well.
He's great.
He's got all the
mandolin as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Very talented. But it's sort of the new song sort of like Beatles meets Led Zeppelin. It's sort of very...
Yeah, I know.
The start of it's got all the reverse guitars in it and stuff like that.
Amen.
And then it's just his voice comes in, it's and Robert Plant has arrived.
Yeah.
So,
he's great. Because I think the guitarist and the bass player, they're twins.
Yes.
And the singer is their brother, and the drummer's the odd one out.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. I went through a bit of... I don't know the names, but I went through a bit of a phase.
Yeah, I think that is right, aye.
Yeah, they're great. They're really, really
But
good.
yeah, that.
Awesome. Scott?
I've been listening to, not that I've seen the show yet, a song from the soundtrack for Daisy Jones and the Six. A song called Look at Us Now. And it's one hell of a tune.
And it's by...
I don't know who it's... There's been different writers on it, like Marcus Mumford's been on it. What's he called? I can't... Phoebe Bridgers has been on it. Madison Cunningham's been on the soundtrack. It's loads of different writers and stuff.
Oh, cool.
But it's a soundtrack written for this show, Daisy Jones and the Six, which is out currently on Amazon. And
Was it
if Amazon want to get in touch.
If Amazon want to get in touch,
plug in Amazon.
The consignment.
What's it called? Daisy Jones.
Daisy Jones and the Six.
And the Six.
Yeah, it's a series. It's sort of based on Fleetwood Mac and the whole
Okay.
relationships between people and I think that's what it's about. But there's this song in particular called Look at Us Now, which is really cool. And there's they've brought out demos of all the songs that are on it. And it's really cool to hear the difference from how it went from demo to final recording.
Yeah.
So
Mint.
yeah, so I've been listening to it.
Oh, nice one.
I haven't watched that yet.
I'll need to at some point. Yeah.
I might give it a deeks.
Well,
Ben?
Do you know Boy Genius? It
Yes.
is. So Phoebe Bridgers,
yes.
Julian Baker, and Lucy Dacus.
Dacus, that's it.
They had an album out just at the end of last month, which is all outstanding. But there's a song called Not Strong Enough on it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's I think they're really good because it's they've brought songs between them, but this is this felt like it. The 3 of them had sort of come together to make it. It's really good. It's just they're folk pop. They're sort of... They're similar to a lot of what Phoebe Bridgers, and if you know Phoebe Bridgers, I mentioned, but it's it's basically a super group, which sometimes works, but doesn't always. But I've never seen because they write stuff together, it just works so well, and then there's 3-part harmonies and stuff, and it's gorgeous. But that song, Not Strong Enough, is the best one on the album.
Awesome stuff. Lovely. Well, all of those tunes that we've just mentioned there will be linked down in a Spotify playlist in the description of the YouTube video, or you can type in Lime Tree Sessions WAYLT on Spotify and find it there yourself. Okay, it's time for
The Lime Tree Time Machine.
the Lime Tree Time Machine. Okay, Ben, concept is you've got a time machine. Where and when are you going?
Do I do a music one?
Most guests have had a musical answer and a non-musical answer.
I like the fact
so-
people know that.
Yeah.
I've definitely got a music one.
Okay.
David Bowie, Glastonbury 2000. Best set list he's ever done.
Wow, okay.
Nice one.
Good answer.
What's probably worth seeing is who else was on at that festival. Because that might be, but it doesn't really matter. that set was that good.
Yeah.
And it comes whenever Glastonbury's on, like every year, they'll put it back on iPlayer.
They do, don't they?
And for like a month, I'll watch it like 15 times or whatever.
I remember during lockdown when they were putting all the
the
Glastonbury sets.
left them on for a bit longer. I got through. So that's when I first watched it, I think.
Aye.
It's just because I wasn't sort of about when Bowie was gigging, but I get the impression he didn't always play the hits, like at his gigs, and he did this Glastonbury set. It was just like absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like just all the like everybody would have known all. It's Glastonbury. Like you wanted sort of people sing like it was outstanding set, and then not musically. Dinosaurs.
Everyone's going to see the Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's going to be a busy too.
Dinosaurs are going to like freak the fuck out when they see all these people.
Maybe that's how they went extinct. They were just panicked and ran away.
There's what's it called? There's a game. I've not really played loads of it.
That's tickled you, that isn't it?
It's fucking great. That.
There's loads of dinosaurs about in this game, and you can like, what's the flying one? Pterodactyl. You can
pterodactyl.
fly about on one, and that's what I'd do. I'd go and like I'd try.
I know what game you mean as well, but I can't remember what it's called.
I don't know what it's called, but it's about going about on dinosaurs. And it's mint. So that's what I'd do, because I'm sure I'd
You okay there, Scott?
Dinosaurs, man.
Dinosaurs are mint.
Yeah?
That?
Yeah.
Dinosaurs are mint. There's
The
title.
I mean, this one as well.
It's because you say silly things sometimes.
Fair weather France.
Fair weather France.
That wasn't the title, was it?
No. That's funny. Okay, so
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs and David Bowie.
Yeah, the two best
Get it.
things that have ever happened.
DD.
Dinosaur, yeah.
DD. DDB.
Double D.
Double D. Guaranteed. So we're joined by Ben, a local musician from Ashington, I think you said. Yeah, Ashington, as we like to call it. But it's not that bad. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and your music and what you've been up to?
Yeah, I'm in a band called Sheds, which is an outstanding name, and I stand by it.
How did it come about?
Well, I was late. I joined after that, but I think they used to make music in a shed.
We've all been there.
So
Yeah, that's what we're currently doing
currently
yeah, pretty much. So I've been in that for about a year. Started doing solo gigs a few months ago as well, so I'm doing a bit of both. I'll be in a band soon, like my stuff, but that's all sort of getting arranged. Just doing like a few gigs. We've got a few songs out. Sheds, most recent one. You know the old TikTok thing that's going on?
Yeah.
Have you heard of a POV?
As in POV?
POV?
Yes, yeah.
As in...
Point of view.
Yeah.
This is what
I
the
know
kids are
POV
saying.
is.
Yeah, so the song's called Point of View, but we thought, shorten it down to POV.
Yeah.
That'll blow up. Well, it hasn't, but you know. Not
You've
yet.
got to try everything with TikTok, haven't you?
But it was worth a go. So that's what we've got out. And I'll have a song out soon called Fault Lines. Keep an eye out for that. There's a few acoustic versions floating about on that, but I'm yet to record it properly.
Right.
But that'll be out like eventually. Once I
Excellent stuff.
get around to it.
We'll put POV in the Spotify playlist that we mentioned earlier on, which will be linked down below.
They might blow up.
They might blow
It
up.
might.
This might do it.
I can suddenly hear like a drum beat at the start of a video when I hear the word POV.
Moving on.
Anyway, so what kind of genre would you describe your music as?
You know what? I'll do the thing that everyone says is really wanky. Indie rock.
Indie rock.
Because, of course...
If you said singer-songwriter, I might have questioned your life.
Yeah, that's another good one. I'll go... Sheds is like... That's indie rock stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I just make whatever. Like... I got in country music recently.
Mint.
Like, over the last few months. That's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So a bit of that. Influenced. It's fine, isn't it? No, it knows what it is. Probably saying like the indie rock thing. That's what everyone does in it, really. But just I've written loads of songs and I'll get them recorded over like however long, and I'll start releasing some. But I've just like to mash at stuff.
Is this quite a recent venture then? You going solo sort of thing?
Yeah, relatively. Like I just I do loads of mic nights. And just sort of met people. I got offered a few gigs, like, for original. Well, you know, the Archers, but like...
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. But, so John gave me my first originals gig just in there, and then I've played next door a few times now as well. And since then I've just sort of been, like, doing a bit. I did Bubbles as well.
Yes. We were talking about
Shout out.
Bubbles.
Yeah.
What a safe place.
What a venue.
No, it's
A
awesome.
certain
Sticky
word.
floor.
I was just about to say a certain word sticks out, and that would be sticky.
It would indeed.
Yeah.
Lovely
Bubbles.
though. I do like it.
Yeah, sticky in a lovely way.
It's come on.
Intimate.
Intimate, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's certainly what I think when I think Bubbles.
Yes.
Sticky and sweaty.
Sticky, sweaty, classy. No?
Maybe by Ashington standards.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm thinking. That's like it's the only place that stays up past like 12, so
Aye,
it's
it
a
does,
club.
doesn't it? Yeah,
Basically, that's like
It's where everyone goes.
Transitions
yeah.
into a club.
yeah. Been to Block and Tackle.
yes.
I used to like it in there. That was good.
That's where my dad goes every Saturday after over 40s football.
Nice.
That's so lovely food on a Saturday.
Yeah, food is
If
good.
you want to pretend you're playing for Woodhorn Lane over 40s, you get some chili, and it's great.
There you go.
Get in.
Top tip.
I do.
Block and Tackle. Check
Yep.
it out.
No, I'll rattle off some more. I can go all day. Block and Tackle, Portland, big ups. Trying to
Elephant?
think of good bus stop
I'm not
opposite,
much of a-
convenient.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think where does music. Anglers Arms, Chopperton, done a gig there, good one as well. There's not loads of music going on in Ashington. I'm not gonna lie, but
Nah.
you know, there's the odd place that's quite good. But it is God's country. As much as the name Afghanistan's like entirely appropriate, it's still a lovely place.
Yeah. I mean, anyone from Ashington, listen, I'm really sorry.
I'm not.
Yeah. It's like, do you know what? We're going to get blacklisted from certain towns in the northeast. Like, I
You
can
tell
see
me
it
I
happening.
won't be able to go to Sunderland ever again.
Or Hartlepool.
Oh no!
Shit, I shouldn't have slagged Sunderland off earlier. Damn.
Yeah.
Let me in.
Hartlepool. Yeah. Anyway,
Hartlepool's alright.
awesome stuff. So what tune are you going to be playing for us later on?
Fault lines. That'll be it. So that's as I say, that'll be out at some point. Well, we spoke a bit
We
about
have.
getting it recorded.
Yeah.
Which I'll try and do soon. But yeah. So that'll be it. Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Well, we're going to hear a snippet of that at the end of the podcast, but a full version of that will be out tomorrow, and then Ben's cover will be out on the Monday, so stay tuned for that. Okay, it's time for...
The quiz and other games.
Okay, so we're going to do a different quiz today.
Ooh.
These lads have got no idea, okay?
Yeah.
Which is the way I like it, because it makes it way more interesting. Okay, so just for a bit of background, when we were in Krakow, we went to the world's shittest wax museum.
Oh, I can see where this is going.
And I took pictures of all of these wax figures.
Was it Madame Tussauds?
No, it was like a
Knock
knockoff
off one.
Ah.
swords. So what I've done is I've kind of zoomed in on a few of these to
Right.
see if you'll get them. Now, clearly, some of these were made on a budget. Some of these are like 50 years old.
Right.
It's hilarious.
Right, okay.
So standard rules apply. I'm going to put the picture in a group chat that I've created. So you'll all theoretically see it at the same time. That was the best way I could think of doing this.
Okay.
If you know what it is, buzz in and say who you think it is. We've got 9.
Right.
Do you know who they all are?
I do.
Good.
Because I've got correlating pictures to send afterwards to just
Clarify who it is.
clarify. Okay, we'll start with this one.
That's him.
That's you.
Elton John.
Well done. So
It is Elton John. Although it's got a Willem Dafoe about it, I'm not going to lie.
there's me and Elton there.
Oh,
See?
I get it.
That's lovely.
I can't wait to see this podcast.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
all the photos put up.
The pictures will be on screen as you're watching.
It's great for the audio listeners.
Aye.
Sorry, Sophie.
Oh shit! I've just thought. Wait, Sophie was there. It's fine. I've just thought if you're listening to this, just go
Start
watch it
watching
because you might.
It's
not
better
be-
watching.
yeah.
We're not putting the effort in to film it for nothing, you know.
This is true. Yeah,
Yeah,
we've bought
exactly.
a second camera especially for this.
That's true as well.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Are we ready for number 2?
Yeah.
Here we go. I think that was you again.
It's Mr. Bean.
It is indeed, Mr. Bean.
Or Rowan Atkinson, if you want to be particular.
No, there he is.
Good local lad.
Oh, hang on. Is that sending?
I think that one's quite good.
Yeah.
That's
You know
an
it's him.
alright one.
It's
I mean,
alright.
It's a caricature
Yeah.
of
Aye,
Mr.
it's
Bean.
more like that, but you know who it is.
I think we'll go with this one next. That was you.
The Queen.
It is the Queen.
Jesus, that is dreadful, isn't
is-
it?
Tip of the iceberg, and there's me, Soph, and the Queen.
That is absolutely dreadful.
Who's
Honestly,
that behind?
Scott,
Is that the
Phil.
King? Big Phil.
Big Phil, aye.
Shout out.
You know how people say the Queen's a lizard?
Yeah.
Never has that been more
She
true in that
certainly
picture.
is there.
They do get progressively harder.
Okay.
Okay. I think we're gonna go for this one next. Oh no, actually, yeah, we'll go for this one next. Okay, here we go.
Oh.
Is that Margaret Thatcher?
No.
Oh.
Liz Truss?
No.
She's got lovely hair.
Aye.
Drag through a hedge backwards.
Is it Hillary Clinton?
It is Hillary
Oh,
Clinton.
get it.
That's not Hillary Clinton.
Here's the zoom out shot. You ready? Hey!
Fucking hell.
That is,
Wow.
you know when you said it got progressively worse, and it was like it was just dipped like that
Yeah.
straight away.
This
I
is class,
didn't
this.
think it would get any worse.
Honestly, mate, it's tip of the iceberg.
This is wicked.
Tip of the iceberg.
Great.
The reason I cropped in is because you can only tell it's Hillary Clinton because of the US flag
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the podium stand.
Yeah.
And now I've saw a bit more of what she's wearing her blouse. It's sort of a bit more clear
All right,
who it is.
are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Is it Princess Kate Middleton?
It is. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was Kate Middleton.
He is Kate and Will. Are you ready?
Yeah. Will's going to be horrific.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Jesus Christ! Look at the teeth on them.
You know, to be fair, I was
He
going to
looks
say
more like Harry.
I was going to say Cheryl Cole,
Aye, she
It does look like Cheryl.
but then I thought, would she get a waxwork in Poland?
That's very true.
Wait, I pet him in Krakow Lane.
Aye.
But do you not think William looks more like Harry there? Or am I just...
I
They are
think he
related.
looks like Edward.
Yeah, Edward, aye.
All right. We ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Yep.
Is that Willem Dafoe?
No.
Is it Hugh Laurie?
Nope.
Oh, is it...
I don't know who that
is
is.
it David Cameron?
Nope.
David Cameron?
No, not Nick Clegg, no. No,
Oh, I think-
No, it's fucking...
Is it Mick Jagger?
It is Mick Jagger.
Oh!
Just sort of saw it.
Who was the leader of the Lib Dems during the coalition with
Nick
the Labour
Clegg.
Party? Is it Nick Clegg? I'm thinking... Just ignore me.
Oh, there it is. There's Mick Jagger, obviously.
Jeez.
All right. Next one. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's Trump.
It is.
It is
Yeah, that was quite good.
Well done. Well done.
That one's alright.
He's a zoom out.
That's worse when you zoom
Wow.
out, actually.
It is.
All right. We have two more to go. Okay, here we go. I think this is my favorite. Actually, no. The last one's my favorite. Here we go.
It's Paul McCartney.
It's Paul
Oh,
McCartney.
never.
I mean, it's not,
No.
but it is.
I can't wait for this full image, yeah.
It's just-
Wow.
Oh,
I can sort of see it, but it is
To
bad.
be honest, you could see that man roaming around the cavern now.
Yeah.
Thinking he's Paul McCartney. Okay, and the last one. Now, if you get this, I will be amazed.
Okay.
Here we go.
What the hell?
This is my favourite, and I'll tell you why afterwards.
is it meant to be a child?
Uh-huh.
Is
Okay.
the person famous for being a child? Is that what it is?
Is it Ron Weasley?
It is Ron Weasley.
What?
Get in!
What?
Well done, mate. Well, here's the whole cast.
Oh no, what's this going to be like?
Oh my god.
That is.
So,
Look at
I'm
fucking
sorry, but Harry
That's
was bullied at
disturbing.
school.
so what they've clearly done there is, right, they went, because they had like Hagrid, but the Hagrid looked quite convincing.
Yeah.
They've clearly went, we need the kids.
And they've just
So,
got random kid
We'll
ones.
just go to the local next and
Yeah,
get like
yeah.
some dummies off the wall and put wigs on and put a scar on his face.
Has he got a scar? Does he?
I think so.
He's a. Yeah.
Ah, he does a bit
The
fair. That
hell?
is.
I like how
class.
the badges as well are just like look like bits of paper stuck on.
Aye.
Oh, it's canny ropey like. But yeah, I mean there was a couple. We'll do a couple of honourable mentions here. So here's Michael Jackson. There's
Yeah, I
MJ.
mean,
Yeah.
it looks like Michael Jackson. Oh my God, he's being attacked, doesn't he?
Which football club is it? Is it Stoke? Have got a statue of Michael Jackson.
Fulham.
Fulham, yeah.
Do they? I didn't know that.
What's that about?
Because the guy who owned Fulham owned Harrods, I believe.
Right.
What's that got to do with Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson,
Big
knew
fan
him.
of Shopman.
I do know the story, but it's something to do with Harrods and the guy who owned Fulham, but I'm not exactly sure.
I'm going to have to Google that.
He's a big fan of the expensive Christmas
I
baubles.
didn't know that. A statue of Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Fun.
Oh, I've got to show you
I
this
don't know
one
if
as
it's
well.
done yet,
Honourable mention.
but-
He is all of the Beatles.
Oh, yes.
Well done on Ringo.
Ri-
Oh wait,
Ringo looks...
no, because that's awful.
I didn't mean to send that one,
And
but he is this person.
Oh, no, is it? Yeah. There he is.
Usama.
And I might
Again,
as well.
audio listeners.
Yeah, and then to be fair, we'll finish off with this one because this one actually does look like him.
That's pretty
that's
good.
all
That's
right.
pretty
That's
good.
the best one. I
So
think.
That's
this is
the
all the
best
same place as well.
Yeah.
Clearly they've
Put money into so
clearly
many.
there's been some good times and some bad times.
Yeah.
Because
My guess is the
Wow.
Morgan Freeman one was one of the original ones.
yeah,
They've lost a bit of money as it's gone on, and they've not had enough to get
yeah,
good ones.
The Beatles looks recent. Beatles did not happen long ago.
William and Kate certainly look recent.
I mean, there was some questions.
Yeah, but what's that? I mean, come on. What is
I'm
that?
amazed you got Hillary Clinton from that. Bloody hell.
Hillary's had a
It's a
rough
little
time.
I
Think.
could be.
I don't think I took pictures of it, but there was Hitler and also Vladimir Putin as well. I don't know
They've
why.
got those
they
at
were-
Madame Tussauds as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aye.
That'll remove him. Because that'll show.
Oh,
Aye.
I'm surprised he still got his head, to be fair.
Well, there you go.
That was me.
That was good.
Was that good?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
weird.
Excellent stuff. Well, that was the quiz. Okay, it's time for
Quick fire questions.
quick fire questions. Okay, most of these questions are kind of artist related. We've answered them 29 times now.
We have.
And then there's a few silly questions at the end. So yeah, we'll crack on. Okay, what's the reason you got into music?
Playing. I just.
Anything? If there's like a
Um,
pinpoint reason.
I went to a Guns N' Roses tribute band, speaking of, and I was like, shit, I should probably know some of these songs. Because I was just like, my uncle took us. And then I was like, guitar music's quite good. And then a few months later, I happened to be sat nearest the guitar in a music lesson. And then I was just like, it was alright. So it was pretty, like, just happened. And then kept playing it. Yeah. I was alright at it. Probably not much better now than I was then. But I was, yeah. Learned Lose Yourself by Eminem on the guitar.
Oh, yes.
So that was
We
the
all did
first
that.
one. Then on to Wonderwall, and then all the other stuff you learn early doors. Never learned Smoke on the Water straight away.
Do you know what? I never
actually.
did either.
That came much later, weirdly.
Your earliest memory of listening to music?
You know a song called Bones by The Killers?
You probably do.
I might do. I
Can't
the
think
name
of
of
what
it. I
album
can't-
it's on, but yeah, my dad. I just used to. Well, my dad must have played us it once, and then I just used to get him to like sit us in front of his PC and listen to that for like that, and then that video of Yoda dancing to a Japanese dance song. It's Yoda and all the clone troopers having a dance.
Oh, hey.
That I just listened to that
So
and
this is your
Bones
first
by The
memory
Killers.
of music.
You might
Well,
have to
that
send us
wasn't
this.
necessarily a music one, but it was like they were the two things that I
Okay.
listened to
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like a very small child, just sat in this like massive computer chair. I was
Aye.
like, "Yeah, that one again, please."
If you can find that, send us it, and I'll link
I'll
it
do
down
my
below.
best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Classic.
Probably got it in his bookmarks and on his
Yeah.
on his
Yeah.
Still listens
Google
to
Chrome.
it.
Okay, if you could be, that's not the next question. What's the best gig you've been to?
I've got it's very on brand for me, but and maybe it's just because it was recent. But I went to see the 1975 in January this year, and they do like the first half's like a stage show as well, so it's a bit wanky, but it's like very theatrical and like
That word a lot.
You have
know
used
what?
that word a lot as well.
Yeah, that's what he's like. To be fair,
Was it in Newcastle you saw?
Yeah, yeah.
Because they got his dad up, didn't
Yes,
he?
Tim Healy was on, mate. Like I knew he was a good singer, but like he did one of their songs that was so good as well. Yeah, got an excellent set list, and they're like my favourite band. So it was it was like saying that. I went to see Sam Fender when he did City Hall as well, and that was really good.
Was
like,
that the exclusive thing where you had to?
Yeah, so my mate just like got the so I'd entered and I didn't get them, but then my mate was like, "Oh look, I've got a ticket," and
because we tried, didn't we? Aye.
Yeah, that was really because like you'll never see him play anywhere like that again, I doubt. So it was just cool to like.
Exactly. Aye.
I mean, it's not like the most intimate place, but it's still like what's the capacity there? Like
two, 3,000.
Yeah,
I was going to say
Standing probably.
Yeah.
But seated probably more like 1,500.
It was standing.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it was.
From what I saw.
I think all the raffle ones went standing, and then whoever was like invited to it must have got seated up there as well.
Seats.
Yeah. But that was those are probably the two that stand out. Yeah.
If you could be on a lineup with two artists in history, dead or alive,
They are the only options.
Yeah.
who would it be?
I'd pick like shit ones, because they'd make me look better.
That's a good
Fair
answer.
enough.
Interesting.
Jack Milcrease and the Preamp.
Yeah. Would no.
We go first.
But
No, I don't.
This is because it's like if you were picking two people who are good, I'm like too egotistical to have two people who are much better than us. I'd have who's. Come on, we're all musicians. Let's not lie and say like, you know, you want people to shit like who. I don't want to slag anyone off, but like,
Yeah,
But
maybe you shouldn't throw anyone under the bus here.
I mean,
like,
if you know, some people are like massive and not very good. They're not bothered if like Ben Harwood's slagging them off. Like, if I was on a lineup, we're like
That wet leg.
no, love them,
Oh dear.
love them.
Don't understand that.
No, I
like,
don't-
I'm with Scott on
I
that.
don't get
I
them.
think it's outstanding.
I'd have them in my lineup.
Yeah. Although
For-
they would
for the
go
sh-
down really well,
Yeah.
annoyingly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only problem.
I just
there.
didn't get that crack, mate. Like if you see them in interviews as well, they're just
No.
Yeah, I don't.
not funny at all.
They're so quiet. Bless them. But yeah,
Bless
they're just,
them.
They're
They've
so
got a record deal and they don't
yeah, to
even
be
sing.
fair. I just love it though. I just think it's really
Bunny, your
funny.
muffin and all that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
dear me.
it's really funny. I don't like. It's just so silly.
it's just
I
a
love
meme.
it.
It's an absolute meme.
That's what I'm here for. I just love that.
He's
Yeah.
here for the memes.
Yeah.
Nice one lineup. Who would you have on?
Oh, who shit? I'm not having wet leg on. You know what? If you're watching
Oh,
the
God.
ratings, right? Do you know about the ratings?
Oh,
I know of them.
GY2N. there.
Yeah.
Oh,
From
don't-
Manchester, I think, aren't they?
No,
Ratings,
the ones who
ratings.
have ripped off Arctic Monkeys, like early Arctic Monkey stuff.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, REYTO. Yeah.
Yeah, them ones are.
Yeah. They're like doing like what the Arctic Monkeys were doing when they first came out, but they're like 30. Like, you know how Alex Turner's grown up, and he's like that was good when he was like 20 odd. You can get away with making that, but now he's like making like all right music. Actually, and that's my other one is the most recent Arctic Monkeys, but they just play the most recent album because that was boring as well. Having the ratings and Arctic Monkeys in their shittest era.
Fair enough.
And I'm on the last.
Have we got beef now? Is this a thing?
I haven't, no, but we may have with
Look,
those bands mentioned.
If Arctic Monkeys and the ratings are watching this, I'm not sorry. and there will be. I'm looking at you, Alex.
there will be.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Anyway.
Okay. Your dream venue to play?
St James's. It's got to be, don't it?
Yeah.
Or People's Park in Ashington. Just like fill it out. That'd be so funny. No, I mean like.
That's
Like
fucking-
St James's. People's Park in Ashington.
No, I mean like the lot though. Like just stick a massive stage. I don't know how many people you get on there, but like, I just think it'd be funny.
Why not?
Just
Yeah?
Why not?
Thanks, man.
If you could hear a song again for the first time, what would it be?
Ooh. See, I'm trying to think of like what I've had, because there's a lot of songs I really like, but when I first listened to them, I wasn't that bothered. Whereas there's some stuff where I've listened for the first time and been like, wow, that's really good. There's a few that I can think of. I'd say when I first listened to Pale Blue Eyes by the Velvet Underground,
Right.
I was like, because that was the first, I mean, I know it's like their big song, but that was the first song I ever heard. And I just think it's nuts that they were like 1967, their first album came out. That's nuts to me, that it wasn't like years later.
Mm-hmm.
But that song, when I first heard that, I was like, this is mental.
Yeah.
Like, So probably that. Yeah.
Class. And finally, for music questions, what's your favourite album of all time?
Again, I've got a bit of recency bias with one. The most recent 1975 album is outstanding. But that came out in like October. And then OK Computer Radiohead would be the other one because that's just
Shout.
Yeah. That's like I saw someone just as like an interesting thing. I saw someone say, think of an artist that had 3 consecutive great albums. And I don't think there's many, but I think they've done it. I think that's like I think, you know, when you look like maybe it's like Springsteen, the Beatles, like people like that, but there's not many, especially recent, that have done like 3 outstanding in a row. And I think they have, but I think OK Computer's like ridiculous album.
Oh, nice one.
Okay, good answers. All right, just some funny questions now. If you could be friends with a fictional character, who would it be?
This is going to be interesting.
Homer, surely.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. He's kind of unreliable, though. He might drop you in it.
Funny though.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's like most of my friends. Like, quite unreliable, but really funny. That's like, sorry, everyone I know, but yeah, it's like
2/3, man.
yeah.
Fair enough. If you get a tattoo today, what would you get?
Dinosaur.
Yeah.
No hesitation.
That was a quick fire.
I've had this that's stored in my mind.
What sort of dinosaur?
Probably. Oh, did you ever see? It was one of them really old memes where it was just like photos and it'd have the caption and it just meant nothing. Like it made no sense. But it was the dinosaur doing this, like thinking. I can't
remember that.
I think it was a raptor.
Okay.
One of them. But I'd have to get feathers on them, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
That's the only thing. That's for accuracy. I get one of him. Just think they're mint.
Okay. Nice
Dinosaurs are mint.
Dinosaurs are mint.
Dinosaurs are mint. Your favourite movie?
Oh, Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Okay, the
Wes Anderson one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To shout, yeah.
It's like, because you watch that when you're a kid and like you don't get it, but like you watch it now, it's like, it was Wes Anderson, so it's obviously going to be clever, but like, it's really good.
Okay, good answer. Your favourite game? This could be video game, board game, game on your phone.
Well, apart from FIFA, because that's like, but that's not one game. Anyone play Skyrim? Yes.
That was mine.
Yeah, that's because that's like.
It's the best game ever.
Yeah, it is pretty much.
Just is.
I've played through that like probably 10 times. Like, so much you can do, and like just bring another one out. You know, it's been years.
Yeah,
since,
Elder
like,
Scrolls.
Yeah, if you're watching as well.
I reckon there will be.
I think there is talks of a Elder Scrolls
It has to be
6.
eventually. Yeah.
Okay, and finally, what would you like your first dance to be at your wedding, if you choose to get married?
So it's not an option because I'm again musician, way too selfish to like.
Okay.
Split my money with anyone.
Prenup.
I don't get the whole. Yeah, I'll have one of them. I don't get the whole slow dance thing. Oh, but then I suppose no, I do. But I think you want like something a bit more beat on after that, don't you? Because it's like it's meant to be fun.
Aye.
What's like I don't know. Because a lot of like the slow music I listen to isn't like, it's just sad. Like you wouldn't want it on at a wedding.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but for like a more beat one, I'd have maybe I don't know. Do you know? But again, this is on brand. But the Sound by the 1975 is just like.
One of my favourite songs by 1975.
Yeah, that's so good live as well.
That one that starts quiet.
Yeah, it's like guitar.
Yeah, and it fades up.
in.
Yeah. That's loads of people have covered that on like live lounges and stuff. And it's mint.
It's a good song.
Yeah. But that's my second song. That's not my favourite.
You don't
I've got
know
no
what your
idea
slow
what
one's
that'd
gonna
be because I don't know any like happy slow songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've not answered your question, but
It's close
that is
enough.
what my
Close
second
enough.
dance
Yes.
should be at my
Your
wedding.
second choice.
Yeah.
Second
The
choice.
reserve.
Well, it would be I'd have whatever the slow one is, and then I'd have that
Yeah,
one.
because that's when everyone
pretty
gets up
much.
and dances.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how I'm having on for that.
Okay. Ben, thank you so much for coming on.
So it's been a pleasure.
It's been absolutely grand. No fuck-ups whatsoever.
No.
All that is left for me to say is thank you very much for watching and listening to the Lime Tree Sessions podcast with me, Jamie Creasy.
Then it feels good.
Scott Charlton.
And Ben Harwood.
Hey.
Woo!
fault lines rose across the land. And tornadoes spun around my head. But I would rather think of you.
I don't know if you know this, but
Yeah,
I've got
I
a
do.
party trick. Where I can make a pterodactyl noise.
The camera's rolling.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Yeah, go on then.
Absolutely.
Oh, it really wasn't worth it.